All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're here in Gallop Racer in the barn. Just bred a new filly. I named her Stoneheart. Taking a look at the horse card. It comes out as an SS grade from Goodbye Gem and Aphrodite. Filled triangle interval, that's the average. And just one special ability. Maybe rough track, okay. That's just a guess. So we're going to get into some racing here. This filly was rated five stars all the way across the board with 3 stars for future. So I was really excited to see what she could do. All right, here in my horse, she's not at the bottom. So I'm going to have to scroll up here a little bit. 16,000 points to race Stoneheart in the game. So she was pretty expensive to breed, probably around the same price. So maybe, 30,000 total to breed and race this filly. We're going to start off in the special category with the Normandy Stakes probably, or the Dublin Stakes, one or the other. If it comes out as an SS, I would not bother doing a warm-up race in an open category or open classification. It's just not worth your time. All right, we are the favorite here in the Dublin Stakes. By the way, today's video is going to go just under an hour, 55 minutes, and 18.93 seconds. Thank me later. However, part 2, which is coming next week, is going to be over an hour. All right, so you already know it's a 2-part video at the minimum. Here we are in Dublin. The track record, 1 minute 10 seconds, held by Cloudy Day. And here's a look at the field. Today's throat refreshment provided by my last can of Cincy Light Lime. It's a really good beer. If you're ever in Cincinnati, I suggest you pick some up. It almost was
the horses are on the track.
Arizona Tea's chocolate egg cream, but I decided against that.
And away they go.
All right, so I wasn't trying to have great starts in this one, but we're in a pretty good place here. And just waiting to get down to the part where I hit the whip. Really, these straight course sprints really don't require a lot of effort to do well in. You don't have to maneuver. You just wait until the right time to hit the whip and off you go. And the 5 went, so right now is the right time. Can we reel the 5 back in? Yes, we can reel the 5 back in. And we're moving on to a relatively comfortable victory here in Dublin. Win number 1 for Stoneheart.
We have a winner.
Stone, Goodbye Gem, Heart, Aphrodite. That's where the name comes from. All right. Pretty good jockey card. We made about 10K. I'll take it. All right, looking at the horse card, double circle for turf. And the interval starts at 10 kilometers. That's pretty crazy. Or the distance starts at 10 furlongs. What am I talking about? 10 kilometers? 10 furlongs, that's pretty good. All right, are we gonna race in the London Filly Stakes? It's only for fillies. Really, this horse can compete against colts and win. Kind of the great thing about racing a filly in this game is that if your filly is good enough, you can race against colts and win. And then if you ever want an easy race like this one, or at the end of the career when the skills start to fade a little bit, you can drop down and race in fillies only races and dominate those probably with a horse that's 5 stars across the board for the rest of your career. Now, some of those races might not all be at grade 1, but it's a strategy. Here is the race course. It's another straight shot. Personally, the way I play the game, once the horse, I've made the determination it can't compete at the level I want it to, then I just retire.
The horses are on the track.
I've never raced after the horse declined so much it couldn't compete at grade 1.
And away they go.
So I just
That
don't
was
do
a
that.
great start.
All right, so this is an 8 furlong straight shot. The 3 horse gets a huge lead, and the 10 horse is also out in front of us, but he's out of our view. We're just going to stay here on the rail, and I hope everybody's staying warm today. It's 17 degrees out here on the outskirts of Turfway Park. Yeah, I'm ready for it to warm up to a balmy 40 degrees. I would be cool with that. All right, getting down towards the end of the race. We're in second. There's some maneuvering. The 9 horse coming up. We are going to go to the whip and blow past the 9 and the 3. The 3 is totally falling off. And we're going to walk away from the 9 here. Just seeing how much lead I can win with. And another win for Stoneheart.
We have a winner.
All right, and we got paid again. All right, 94 speed, 94 staying, 81 stamina, 86 courage. Pretty respectable right out of the gate. All right, for our next race here, I decided to take a chance on the World Cup Junior Fillies. It is a dirt race. We are not a dirt horse. But I thought maybe because it's fillies and I'm fast enough, I can pull this win out. And that would also help us get the all-rounder title. We are definitely not the favorite. So let's get our bet in. I'm actually going to bet a try because me and one other horse were very closely placed in the odds. So any combination of 12, 7, and 2 will result in a trip to the pay window. Obviously, we're the 7 horse. All right, the track record held by Mighty Miss. As you know, that's one of my horses. And here's a look at the field. On the dirt.
The horses are on the track. And they're off.
All right, pretty good start. Overheating a little bit, so we're going to dial it back and start moving over. Trying to get to the rail, and then I realized maybe I won't be able to get to the rail, at least not right now. And overheating again. Did get the first part of the revolution. I'm not gonna hold my breath on the rest of it. Overheating again. Am I gonna try to move to the rail now that I'm in the clear? Yes, I am. Got a clear path in front of us, so this is all setting up really good. I'm gonna go to the whip. Right here I made a mistake by not just continuing to the outside. Now I'm going to continue to the outside and get past easily by the 2-horse and the 9-horse. And we end up finishing third. And if that had been the trifecta, I probably would have been okay with that. But the 12 finished way down the tote board. The jockey card was pretty good. We couldn't have really rode that race a lot better, although we did overheat a couple of times. So I'm just going to move on from that loss. Speed up to 95, staying up to 96. And we're rather bereft of energy. So I am going to find a race here before the end of the year. How about the Philly Cup? We'll go back to normal NA and get into the Philly Cup here. And we were clearly the favorite. I expect this is going to be a walk in the park. But you never know. All right, our exacta is not even 10 to 1. All right, the track record held by Bold Voice. Another race I've yet to set the track record in. All right, here's a look at the field. A couple of over 100 point long shots. In terms of the odds, 100 to 1, 109 to 1, something like that. So a couple of horses that really don't have any business here in the race.
The horses are on the track. And away they go.
All right, with 5 furlongs left to go here, it's still kind of a mess in front of us. I'm just trying to find an avenue to get to the finish line. I think we're just going to move to the outside.
Where the race is won.
Threading our way through horses to the outside, we're going to go to the whip,
2 furlongs to go.
straight to the front, and increasing a huge lead,
An amazing
and
burst
just
of
seeing
speed.
how badly I can beat them at this point. Just absolutely destroyed the field. That's probably a 11 or 12 length victory.
Incredible! No one can match you.
12 lengths. And we went to the pay window again. All right. All right, so I feel that I need to get more of these titles to help unlock the remaining 3 titles in this category. And unfortunately, our horse is really not positioned to win these races. Not really. So it's going to be difficult for us to do that with this filly. But we'll see what else we can do instead. We are going to register for the Australia Stakes in Sydney next year, and then we'll take a look at the end of our year 2 performance. All right, Gallup World Series, we shouldn't have placed in any of this. And we didn't. We won the best 2-year-old filly on the normal side and got 1,000 G's. All right, Australia Stakes, 6 furlongs on the turf in Sydney, 2 turns. Unfortunately, Australia hasn't figured out to make the track straight, which is kind of a bummer, but this can be treacherous. This can be a treacherous race for a horse like this who is relatively quick, but is really meant to go a longer distance. Can be tricky. And really, that's kind of my own thing. Like, I've got to remember to staying to the outside is preferable to getting trapped against the rail, because my horse can go a longer distance. So in theory, running on the outside, while yes, your horse travels farther, it might just be easier for me to do that than to fight through a logjam at the rail. So anyway, here's a look at the field.
The horses are on the track.
And away they go.
And they're off. All right, we're moving over. We're going to try for the rail. I know that may seem like a bad idea, but really, in a lot of these races, all we need is the one horse to move over. So I'm hoping that happens. We don't have a lot of room left for the one to move over, so I'm going to create some room here for myself. I'm going to go to the whip, and we're going to have to maneuver as we're turning, and I think I found a good spot right here, so back on the gas,
Show your guts.
and we're going to slowly creep ahead of the 2 at the finish. Yes, sir. We got that nose in front in that
And
photo
the winner
finish.
is you.
All right, going to the pay window again with Stone Hearts. All right, take a look at the horse card. Speed up to 97. Staying up to 98, Fierce and Response both at 95. There are no blue numbers right now on our horse card. There's a possibility that this may be a really good horse. All right, so we're getting ready to find our next race. The Cherry Cup is a possibility, but I see the Empress Cup. The people who've been watching my channel know that I've been trying to get this King and Empress, I think, horse title for a very long time. Although the King of Europe is out there, that's not what we're trying to get. It's right here, Empress Complete, sorry. Empress Stakes, Empress Cup, King and Empress Cup, and the Empress Mile Stakes. I've been trying to win this horse title for quite some time because I have a bunch of fillies that I've been racing, so we are going to try to win the Empress Cup and set ourselves up to win that Empress Complete title once and for all. And I'm just double checking, making sure I can't double dip here with the other horse titles. I've messed up a couple of horse titles in the past, and so I don't want to do that this time. So we're going to see if there's any overlap between this and another title that's obvious where I can get them both. But to be frank, I think that I'm going to bypass anything close in order to get the races I need for this Empress complete. So looking around the race, there are not a lot of other choices. So we're going to go with the Empress Cup. It is a Gallup World Series race. I'm expecting it to be pretty tough. All right, we are the favorite over Special Impact. And we're going to get our bet in here. All right, from Hong Kong, the track record, 2 minutes and 9/10 of a second by Inner Emotion. 10 furlongs on the grass. Inner Emotion is not one of my horses, so in one of our failed attempts to win this race, Inner Emotion set the track record, so that's also out there as a goal for us. Not just to win, but to set the track record. All right, horse looks a little excited here in the gate. Off we go. We're going to move over and secure that rail. And there are a lot of horses out of us right now. They're just all out of view, but there's a lot of horses out of us. I am worried that I might be too far ahead and we start to overheat. I would really like to slow down a little bit. It says we're not going fast, but I don't think that's accurate. We're at the front almost. The only horse ahead of us is the 12, right there to our left. I got a bad feeling about this race right now. And you'll see the field will start to creep up. And then there's going to come a portion where they're going to start passing us. And then I feel the need to speed back up when that starts happening. Oh, here they all come. Shoulder to shoulder. Pinching in. We're turning at the same time. We're going to go to the whip. Try to maneuver against the rail. Back to the whip. And now it's just us and the 11 horse. Can we overtake the 11 in the final furlong? Maybe? I think we have a winner. Yes. Not even a photo. Not even a photo finish, folks. Empress Cup in the bag, going to the pay window. Sorry about the AC noises. It's cold outside. .98 speed, 99 staying, 95 fierce, 95 response, 91 courage. I think it's pretty safe to say this is clearly in the top 3 horses we've bred so far in this game. And it's not even fully maxed out yet. All right, so we don't want to miss any other Empress races. And we're also keeping an eye on our stamina up there in the corner, trying to race at either fast green or blue. So we got the Mirage Stakes we could race. That's a filly-only race. Probably wouldn't have to exert very hard on that. Or we could race that London Crown Stakes. Looking for, there's the next race, the King and Empress. And the next race after that, Empress Mile. And the next race after that is in the normal classification. So we'll find that. We know where that is. So this week I was having trouble deciding. I got the 1,000 Gs, 2,000 Gs. I've got the Britain Oaks. But I think at the end of the day, we end up choosing the Mirage Stakes. And that is going to be our next race. All right, getting that 4-1 exacta in there. Terrible odds. And we have never raced the Mirage Stakes before. So opportunity for the track record is out there.
The horses are on the track.
And they're off. That was a great start.
All right, really nice start. Go over and secure that rail. Probably get a blocking inquiry by the one horse. Like I said, I've only been penalized for that once in my entire history of playing Gallop Racer. So don't let that dissuade you from moving your horse where you need to move it. Only once did I get taken down off the board over a blocking. Alright, kind of overheating, trying to cool down. The horse kind of took its head a little bit there and is chasing this other horse. And I clearly don't want that to be happening. The green meter is taking a big penalty there, as you can see, and that just makes me very nervous about how this is going to finish because of that. And then again, the field starts creeping up. Our horse decides to stop running. So we're going to have to go to the whip right now and hope we can pull it out straight to the front. And this is just an example of how good this horse is. We had a problem with the green meter, problem with it chasing another horse, and this horse has the tactical speed to speed back up and to win this race. Really not that challenged in doing so. And we reach the G1 Hunter title race. And so that's 5 grade 1 wins in a row, as you know. And we go to the pay window again. Not much of a payoff. We had really low odds. But yeah, a great start to the career for Stoneheart. All right, look at this card, ladies and gentlemen. Speed over 99. Staying over 99. That's all you need to know. This horse is fast. And this horse doesn't quit. And that's all you need to know. And it is July of the 3rd year, and we are already over 99. That's 100, and it's probably going to go up, and it's too bad that they didn't have 3-digit skill scores, because you deserve to know how fast some of these horses can travel. All right, King and Empress Stakes, 3-year-olds and up. And we are racing colts. We are clearly the favorite, and we're going to get our bet in here. All right. The track record held by Radiant City. Again, not one of my horses. 12 furlongs on the turf, couple of turns. So let's see what we can do here as we take a look at the field.
The horses are on the track.
Go!
All right, pretty good start. I'm very cognizant of what happened last race. I'm trying to not have that happen in this race. But here we are overheating again, so I'm just going to get behind another horse. One of my tricks to prevent running away. But it's not really working. Not really working at all. I'm already guessing that we're going to have to replay this race. As you can see, the green meter stopped adding right there. And so that is a terrible sign. We were just overheating for too long. And even if we hit the revolutions, I am viewing this as basically we're going to lose badly. And so we have like a third of the green meter. This is a
5
nightmare
furlongs to go.
if you're playing this race. This scenario is a nightmare. My horse chased the 6 horse and blew all of its stamina chasing the 6 horse. And even if I had not reined back, here they come. They're all going to pass me, and I'm going to end up last. It's just a
They're in the home
nightmare.
stretch.
So this one is slated for a replay.
2 furlongs
So-
to go.
Here they come. We're doing our best, but no stamina, no green meter.
Finish!
Terrible.
My goodness, they've lost.
All right, we
their
finished
chance
third.
at the title.
What a nightmare. Oh, great. Set a track record. All right, we're going to retry. All right, back to London.
The horses are on the track.
And now a terrible start.
Go! Oh, it's a late start.
Not the worst ever, but definitely not great.
Hey, what are you doing?
And again, my horse is trying to run away. I'm just reining back as much as I can. I don't understand what happened to my horse.
Watch out!
What is London doing to my horse? And now we're overheating again. This is just nonsensical. And we're overheating again. This is just painful at this point. It doesn't make any sense. And I really wish I knew what it was in the game's code that caused this to happen. Like, why did the horse start chasing the other horse? Why, in this race specifically, was my horse hell-bent on overheating? These are things about the game I still don't know. And I still don't understand. So, all we can do is the best we can to not overheat and deal with the outcome. You can see we got about twice the green meter of last time. But in the big scheme of things, probably 2/3 of a full green meter. I just think it'll be enough to win. I don't know, but I hope so. And now we got to start moving out to dodge some of these horses at the finish.
They're in the
We're going to go on the whip. We're actually going to split these two horses right here, if we can. Hard on the reins.
Show your guts.
Back on the whip again. We're creeping
An
up.
amazing burst of
Under a
speed.
furlong left to go. We take the lead, and we're going to win. Is this the King and Empress Stakes? We're winning the race. Whatever it's called.
We have a winner. Yes, horse title earned.
All right. We've won the G1 Hunter horse title. We unlocked the all-rounder horse title. King and Empress Cup. And we did win that race. So 2 down, 2 left to go for the King and Empress title. I'm pretty excited right now. 99 speed, 99 plus staying, 96 fierce, 95 response, 93 courage. No blue skills on the board at this time. Pretty awesome. All right, taking a look at some other races. I guess we could do the lead Oaks here or the Platinum Stakes, because we got some time before our next race. We will do the Platinum Stakes. It is another Gallup World Series race. We are going to get our bet in. All right, here in Chicago, actually I think it's Arlington Heights, we have never raced the Platinum Stakes before. So we get a chance for another track record. Here's a look at the field.
The horses are on the track.
And they're off.
All right, pretty good start. Gotta love the hedges. We're going over against the hedgerow. Again, we're taking a chance by doing this, but what can I say? I'm a gambler. All right, we're in a good spot. I think if I need to, I can go up and to the right to get around the one horse. I am not expecting the one horse to move over at this race because he's in second place. So we're going to move over and secure that spot, kind of edge out
They're midway down the
the
back
two horse
stretch.
behind us. Kind of give ourselves the room that we can. And 3 furlongs left to go. Everybody starts speeding up, so we're just going to hit the whip
2 furlongs to
and
go.
go right between the
Show
1
your
horse
guts.
and the 3 horse and surge into the lead, and we're
An
going to
amazing
leave
burst of speed.
the field gradually eroding away behind us before trying to make a late run, much too late, and
We have
another
a
track
winner.
record. And another payoff. So right now the horse pretty much paid for itself, plus a little bit, I think. So not too shabby. All right, taking a look at the horse card. Still haven't got that tenacity skill lined up there yet. 10 to 15 furlong ideal racing interval. And all about the turf. Here's the Empress Mile Stakes. We've got to win that one, and then we've got one more race in the normal category to get that Empress Complete sewed up. All right, let's get that bet in. 5-10 exacta. And the track record held by Dress Blues. It was probably at the edge of her top distance. I think she was 5 to 8 furlongs sprinter.
The horses are on the track.
All right. A totally
And
adequate
away they
start.
go.
And again, the thing I love about these straight courses is that you don't have to do any maneuver. So even if you don't have full energy, you're not going to have to maneuver around other horses. You're not going to have to worry about positioning in that regard. You're not going to have to worry about whether the track is rough or not. You're not going to have to worry about the rail. So
Okay,
all you
this
do is
where the
wait
race
for
is
the
won.
right time, usually 2.4, and hit the switch button for the whip, and off you go. And so it's 2.4, we hit the whip, and off we go.
2 furlongs
Right to the
go.
front, 12 coming with us, but not really, falling back even as we speak.
An amazing
We are going
burst
to
of
open up a
speed.
big lead, and we are going to keep it here.
Excellent.
And we are one race away from the Empress Complete.
We have a winner. You've reached the horse title race.
All right, horse title reached. The Empress Mile Stakes, a 9 furlong victory. We did not get paid, unfortunately. And taking a look at that horse card, my goodness. Over 99 speed, over 99 staying, 98 tenacity, 96 fierce, 95 response, 94 courage. Feel is 88, possibly will get to 90. Stamina is 88, possibly will get to 90. Braking and power both 73. Open circle for wet turf, double circle for dry turf. Really, the only flaw this horse has is that the repeatability, like that filled triangle for how quickly you can get back into another race. That's the only flaw in this horse in terms of its skills and abilities. All right, there's that last race that we need. Just going to double check here. Empress Complete. That is the last race that we need there. We have all the others. And so we are going to get our registration on for the Empress Stakes. There it is in San Francisco. And should we win this race, we will win the Empress Complete horse title finally for the first time. All right, Spinning Posts is our main rival, predicted to finish second. So we're going to get our exacta in. All right, 11 furlongs on the turf in San Francisco. The track record 2:10 and 0.2 of a second. I think it was Evil Time. Not one of my horses, let's put it that way. So we have an opportunity for another track record here. Scabbit, the 8 horse, might be a horse to keep an eye on. Just saying. There's our rival Spinning Post, the 12. And of course, because we're the favorite, we're on the far
horses
outside.
are on the track.
You know? That's how the game likes to do me. Alright, that's a pretty good start. We'll take it.
And they're off.
Got plenty of time to move over if I want to. I'll see how I feel about it. Scooching over little by little. And I think it's pretty much set that we're going to stay to the outside. Really don't have a lot of other options right now. And we are way in the back. That is very troubling to me, although it's greatly preferable to being out front and having no green meter. So we're going to try to gradually increase our speed here down towards the end. We're also going to have to start moving out, lugging out to avoid the horse in front of us. And we're clear of them, and we're back up to speed, so let's go to the whip.
They're in the home stretch.
And right to the front. And all my fears meant nothing.
Burst of speed.
We are walking away with this one.
Fantastic.
Empress complete. Horse title is ours. Absolute domination by Stoneheart.
Incredible. No one can match you. Yes, horse title earned.
I gotta say, that is a tremendous 3-year-old year. Track record 209.6, and we made about 10K. And I think we can race one more race this year in our year 3 year. Taking a look at the horse card. Did some of those skills start going down? I think the 2 lowest rated skills started to go down. All right, Continental Cup, we're not recovered enough for that, I don't think. I guess I could try the Tokyo Cup or the Winter GP. Tokyo Cup would be to get the all-rounder horse title. So we'll try it because we're at the apex of our abilities or close to it. And I would recommend that to anybody. If you're going to try for a race that you probably shouldn't win, do it when you're at the best of your abilities. So we're going to go 10 furlongs on the dirt in Tokyo. We are actually the number 2 favorite, believe it or not. Are we the number 2 favorite or the favorite? We're the favorite. That is wild. This horse is not meant to run on dirt. And that it's the favorite in a 10 furlong dirt race is pretty amazing. All right, 10 furlongs in Tokyo, the track record held by Mission Bell. 1:59.9. I'm not trying to beat that. I'm just trying to finish first. And here's a look at the field.
The horses are on the track.
All right, not a great start.
And they're off.
Again, plenty of time to move over.
Watch out!
We are going to move over without being impeded, and then we're going to start moving up. It's slightly terrifying to me that we're dead last and we're overheating, trying to exert ourselves just enough to move up a little bit. So that ain't cool. But we did close the gap. We're now back in contact with the rest of the field here. And I'm just hoping we can edge our way up a little bit, based solely on our speed.
5 furlongs to go.
Because the speed of this horse is over 99, so we are not last, and we're slowly creeping our way up a little bit. Alright, the path in front of us is clear. We're going to start increasing our speed some more. We're going to go to the whip at 2.4. I should have gone out,
2 furlongs to go.
and instead I stayed in, and that may have been a mistake. Back on the whip, but not a lot of response. And we're getting past left and right. And yeah, this is going to be a replay.
Finish! My goodness.
Should have gone out
Lost
there
their
around
chance at
that
title.
curve. I messed up. It should just say bad everything. It should just say you sucked today. That was terrible. All right, let's replay the Tokyo Cup one more time. If I don't have time to mention it, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these videos. Don't forget to leave a like or a comment, or share it with somebody you think might like it. And I will see you next week with the second
The
half
horses are on the track.
of the career of Stoneheart.
And they're off.
All right, and we're
That
off.
was a great start.
And we're starting to move over already. And are we going to keep going? I guess we are. We're going to go right back to the rail. Let's see if we'll repeat all our other mistakes. All right, we're definitely a bit more forwardly placed, which is a very good thing. And there's nobody in front of us. We got a clear path back to the finish line. And our green meter is almost full. And I would say in a minute now, it should say
Hey,
max.
what are you doing?
It doesn't. We're speeding up a little bit. We're into yellow. We're trying to not to collide with the other horse. We're going to go to the whip. Again, I should have gone out. I'm going to cut it to the inside this time. I think we were less impeded, and we didn't have to burn a bunch of energy in our green meter catching up. So we're going to nose in front here, and we're going to win the Tokyo Derby.
We have a winner! Yes! Horse
All right,
title.
all-rounder horse title in our pocket. Pardon me, Tokyo Cup. All right, see you next time, everybody. Thank you for watching. We're going to take a look at the horse card, I think, really quickly in the Gallup World Series. Sprint, we were down at the bottom. Turf, we finished second, and we didn't place in the dirt. And we ended up winning Horse of the Year and Best 3-year-old filly on the special side. And that means we get 14 kgs. See you next time, folks. Thank you.